Empress Royalty, we offer a strategic approach to investing in gold and silver. We're listed on the TSXV under the symbol EMPR, on the OTCQX under the symbol EMPYF. I will be making forward-looking statements throughout the presentation, so I encourage you to have a look at these. They're also available on our website. So, Empress Royalty, we are a strong mining finance team, completed over $6 billion in mining finance transactions, providing unique access to investment opportunities. We create new royalties and/or streams to get mines into production or to expand production capacity. As a result, able to get strong returns for our shareholders. We currently have a diversified portfolio of 17 investments, exclusive to precious metals, and we're focused on quality over quantity. Currently, we're generating revenue, forecasting significant revenue this year, which will allow us to drive the portfolio forward and continue to grow. So what are royalties and streams? A royalty is where we invest in a company and we receive a percentage of revenue from that production. And a stream is where we invest in a company, but we're able to buy gold or silver at a discounted price. And when I say discounted price, it's 80%, so we're paying 20% of spot price in our portfolio at the moment. Benefits to an Empress shareholder. You're getting leverage to the gold and silver price. You're protected from inflationary costs compared to typical mining companies. And our portfolio IRR right now has an average of about 30%. You're also getting access to a globally diversified portfolio, leveraging off the multi-jurisdictional experience of our team. Here are two charts. The first one, I'm looking at how royalty companies outperform gold, looking at the gold royalty index, the gold price, and the gold miners ETF over the last 10 years. And the second is looking at the life cycle of a royalty company. We launched Empress just over 2 years ago. We believe that we'll quickly accelerate to that stage 2 rapid growth with our business strategy, our partners, and are able to bring revenue into Empress. There's been a lot of new entrants in the last 2 years into the royalty and streaming space. We believe there are sort of 3 key types. There's the exploration generation, early stage, typically inexpensive, but there's the exploration risk. No guarantee it will turn into a mine, and if it does, there's a very long lead time to revenue generation. Then there's the third-party acquisitions. The royalty is already in place. It's a pretty simple agreement, but there's no direct relationship with the company or the ability to negotiate. And as I mentioned, it's become quite a crowded space, so you're typically paying a premium and seeing low returns. At Empress, we're focused on the creation. We work with the mining companies. We have a direct relationship with them. We're able to create flexible structure that work the goals with all parties, and we're really able to focus our investment dollars on producing assets, which will again drive revenue and bring value into Empress. Our investment manager is Endeavour Financial. My background is I'm ex-PwC, joined Endeavour Financial as an analyst, made my way up to the ranks, become Director of Structured Finance in London for over 10 years. So I'm working with my old team. David Rhodes is the Managing Director of Endeavour Financial. He's also our Executive Chairman. They've been around for over 30 years, won 20 international awards, completed over $750 million in mining streaming transactions alone. The real concept for Empress was launched by Endeavour Financial, seeing, as they're putting together financings for different projects to get them into production, seeing the streaming companies doing bigger and bigger ticket sizes, $100 million plus, and no one was providing that streaming structure to the smaller side of the market. And leveraging off our relationships, we have access to the deal flow, and that's how we launched Empress. And also having them as our investment manager gives us access to their mining engineers, geologists, cash flow modelers, investment bankers, and with a small team that we have, really be able to punch above our weight. How do we invest? We look at it from 5 directions. So we are looking at development to production stage projects, so companies that are within 12 months of production, public and private, and I'll demonstrate that in the portfolio in a few moments. And we're only looking at gold and silver, so we truly are a precious metals royalty and streaming company. And we're global. Currently, right now, we're in Mexico, Peru, and Mozambique, and as a result of that, we're able to get some great returns. But we're also leveraging off our experience with Endeavour and our management and board to be able to work internationally. We're going to countries we've been before and able to de-risk the investments. Our investment size mandated up to $25 million. The sweet spot for us right now in our evolution of growth, as we are a young company, is $2 to $10 million. And all of our investments have a strong ESG focus. Jumping into the portfolio, I'll quickly touch on these. We have the gold stream in Peru called Cerro Antipite. This was a mine that started by Buenaventura in 2002, purchased by a private group called Sierra Sun in 2016. Over 1 million ounces have been produced to date. And we've been receiving revenue for over a year and a half on this. We've received over 1,000 ounces of gold. We structured this one for a $10 million investment to get 4.5% of the gold, up to 11,000 ounces, paying 20% at spot price or an 80% discount. The annual flash cash flow coming to Empress is about $2.2 million. The NAV in this is $15 million. And this was to help them expand. Then we have the Talawado Silver Stream. This project is getting into production now, owned by Altalay Mining. We have 100% silver stream on this, up to 1.25 million ounces. The annual cash flow is about $3 million. The net asset value, 20, and that's using $21 silver. This one, they're currently, as I said, getting into production. We've received some silver for them to date. And with the new CEO that's just been appointed and a new management team, we're very excited to see this one advance over the next couple of months and hopefully be on full production by the end of the year. We have one in Mozambique, a gold royalty, another private group called MMP. We're receiving revenue from this now. We invested $3 million. The annual cash flow is $1.6 million. Net asset value is $5 million. We have a development stage project in Zacatecas, Mexico. This will be interesting to see what the drill results come back on this. We also have a Canadian exploration portfolio with 13 early stage exploration assets in Canada. Great to have in the portfolio. We pick these up as part of our direct listing in the TSXV. We're much more focused on revenue. Which brings me to our pipeline. We are currently looking at about $50 million of potential investments at the moment. We've got a gold stream we're looking at, a silver stream, another gold stream that might actually become a royalty. We're at advanced discussions with 3 different groups. We've got exclusivity on one. We go through a very rigorous due diligence process. We've rejected now 4 deals over the last 10 months. We do want to continue to build the portfolio out, but the investment has to make sense. We are all large shareholders in this company, so we want to make sure the next investments we do are right and de-risked. Projected revenue. We are forecasting significant growth. Here, looking at what we're forecasting over just under $7 million using current metal prices this year. Over the next 5 years, that's $54 million US. We've invested $19.5 million to date into those 4 assets I was mentioning. Specifically, the net asset value that is $47 million, and our market cap is about $27 million US. We are trading on a significant discount on all key metrics compared to our peers. The P/NAV ratio is about 1.13 times. We're trading at a 45% discount. Running out of time here, so I'll quickly skim through some of these. Myself, David Rhodes from Endeavour Financial, Jeremy Bond from Terra Capital are all on the investment committee. Natasha has joined us here today. She's our lead director. Paul Mainwaring, a CFA from London. Wes Roberts, a mining engineer from Toronto. I'm also joined by some of our core team, Rich, who's our global vice president for origination, and Caitlin Taylor, our VP marketing. Our ownership, for instance, a bit faint, but 25% is owned by management and board, Endeavour and Terra. We have 34% institutionally. That includes Sprott Asset Management, as well as US Global. And as Brian kindly mentioned, Rick Rule became an investor at Empress in the fall. We have research coverage by David Talbot and also with Research Capital. And we have currently 113 million shares outstanding. Our cash is about $2 million US. As I said, we are generating revenue now. We have a $15 million accordion debt facility with Nabari. We've drawn down 5, another 10's available to us. I'm going to skip over this one. Our near-term catalysts. So we've got 3 of the investments increasing our revenue. Cerro is increasing its production capacity. Talawado's ramping up. Manica's ramping up. That's if we did nothing else, but we have an extensive pipeline of opportunities. My personal goal is to bring in 3 new investments into the portfolio this year, demonstrating further that we can build this company. The investment case. We've invested $19.5 million to date into 4 key assets. Projected revenue over the next 5 years is $54 million. Our net asset value is $47 at a market cap, and it's deeply discounted at just $27 million. Thank you, everyone.